Good morning. Welcome to the class of economics of class 9. This is chapter 4, part 6 video. You can open page number 32. We are discussing mixed economy, its merit. So directly come to the point. We were discussing the social interest and welfare. That is the merit of mixed economy. Mixed economy supports the social interest and the welfare of the society. The mixed economy will always secure and maintain advantage of socialist economy. In public sector, social interest and welfare replace self-interest and private profit. Generally, public utility service, basic and key industries are kept in this sector. The government undertakes measures to check the production of harmful goods. So, in the merit of mixed economy, it is being said that social interests are the top priority of the government, and the welfare measures are taken care by the government, and harmful goods are checked. The production of harmful goods are checked by the government. Next point: the government goods compromise between capitalism and socialism. Mixed economy is a good compromise between capitalism and socialism. जो मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी होता है वो सोशलिज्म और कैपिटलिज्म के बीच का कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है, राइट? In mixed economy, the private sector is encouraged to come forward, but the government does not allow the private sector to exploit the market forces to create conditions conducive to maximizing their personal gains. Hence, it is a good compromise between capitalism and socialism. इसमें जो होता है मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी में कि गवर्नमेंट जो है वो प्राइवेट सेक्टर को पर्सनल गेन ज़्यादा फ़ायदा उठाने नहीं देती है, सोशल वेलफेयर का भी ध्यान रखा जाता है. So it is a compromise between capitalism and socialism. Next point: balanced growth. In mixed economy, there is balanced growth of a economy. Under mixed economy, balanced development is possible. Generally, government starts those industries where private enterprises are not interested to invest the money. So how is the balanced growth ascertained in the mixed economy? जहाँ पे प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्ट करना नहीं चाहता वहाँ गवर्नमेंट आगे आकर इन्वेस्ट करती है, तो जो बैलेंस क्रिएट होना चाहिए वो बैलेंस क्रिएट हो जाता है, क्योंकि जहाँ पे खालीपन होता है उसको गवर्नमेंट आके फुलफिल कर देती है. बिकॉज प्राइवेट सेक्टर तो अपने प्रॉफिट मोटिव के सेक्टर पे काम करता है, जहाँ पे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात आती है वहाँ गवर्नमेंट आके अपना रोल प्ले करता है. तो मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी होने से ये फ़ायदा होता है कि ग्रोथ बैलेंस्ड होता है. नेक्स्ट, द मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी इज़ फ्लेक्सिबल. Under mixed economy, the role of public and private sector is well defined, but government can change the decision according to the needs of the country. If the government wishes to change certain industries from private sector to public sector or vice versa, it can easily be changed at any time. Hence, the economy has the quality of flexibility. इसमें क्या है कि mixed economy में flexibility एक factor है. जैसे किसी भी प्राइवेट सेक्टर इंडस्ट्री को गवर्नमेंट पब्लिक सेक्टर इंडस्ट्री में कन्वर्ट कर सकती है और पब्लिक सेक्टर इंडस्ट्री को प्राइवेट सेक्टर इंडस्ट्री में कन्वर्ट कर सकती है जब भी ऐसा नीड मतलब महसूस गवर्नमेंट करती है. तो दिस इज़ अ टाइप ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दैट इज़ फाउंड इन मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी, राइट? नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द अनदर पॉइंट दैट इज demerit of mixed economy. We are discussing the demerit of mixed economy, right? So let's discuss the demerit of mixed economy. Mixed economy has certain demerits. Let us have the look for that demerit. First is instability. Mixed economy first demerit is that it is unstable. Second, it uncoordinated system. The mixed economy is a uncoordinated system. There is third demerit of mixed economy is there is economic fluctuation. Fourth demerit is there is uncertainty, and the fifth demerit of mixed economy is there is loss of efficiency. So let's discuss in detail all the 5 demerits of mixed economy. So here it says, though the mixed economy is considered the golden path between capitalism and socialism, it also suffers from many evils. They are instability. First, instability. The mixed economy cannot continue for a long period. It may be possible that in future some private undertakings are nationalized. Hence, there is danger of nationalism. On the other hand, there is possibility of private sector may refuse to cooperate with the public sector. So यहाँ पे प्राइवेट इंडस्ट्री के नेशनलाइजेशन का खतरा बना रहता है, दैट्स वाई द इकोनॉमी इज इनस्टेबल. नेक्स्ट, uncoordinated system. Under mixed economy, there is lack of coordination. In capitalism, coordination is made by price mechanism, and in socialism is brought by central planning authority. But in mixed economy, there is lack of coordination. प्राइवेट सेक्टर में, कैपिटलिज्म में जो है प्राइस मैकेनिज्म से कोऑर्डिनेशन स्थापित किया जाता है, जबकि सोशलिज्म में सेंट्रल प्लानिंग अथॉरिटी कोऑर्डिनेशन स्थापित करती है. बट in mixed economy there is lack of coordination. So lack of coordination is the drawback, demerit of mixed economy. The third point, economic fluctuation. Under mixed economy, the private sector industries are not controlled effectively and are affected by short-term demand and supply factors, which result in fluctuation in prices. So there are fluctuation in prices due to short-term demands. Next point, uncertainty. In a mixed economy, industries in private sector always have a fear of nationalization. यहाँ पे अनसर्टेन सिचुएशन हमेशा मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी में प्रिवेल करता है. जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर इंडस्ट्रीज हैं उनको नेशनलाइजेशन का खतरा हमेशा उनके सर पे मंडराता रहता है. Hence, they do not take much interest in producing more and improving the technology. Private sector may not be able to function effectively due to excessive government control and regulation. So, private sector ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करता है, ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन नहीं करता है, क्योंकि उनको ऐसा लगता है कि ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस करने पे ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट में जाने से गवर्नमेंट उसको नेशनलाइज कर देगी. Next point, loss of efficiency. In mixed economy, both sectors suffers due to lack of efficiency. In public sector, it is so because government employees do not perform their duty and responsibility, while in private sector, efficiency goes down because the government imposes too many restrictions in the form of control, permit and license. क्योंकि इस मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी में कैपिटलिज्म भी है और सोशलिज्म भी है. कैपिटलिज्म में इसलिए कैपिटलिस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में, प्राइवेट सेक्टर में इसलिए इफ़िशियंसी कम है क्योंकि वहाँ पे कंट्रोल ज़्यादा है, परमिट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, लाइसेंस की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. और सोशलिज्म में गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज डू नॉट परफॉर्म बिकॉज देयर इज लैक ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इन द गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स. सो देयर इज लॉस ऑफ इफिशियंसी इन मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी. सो दीज आर द डिमेरिट्स ऑफ मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी. Let's come to the point of distinction between capitalist, socialist and mixed economy. They are distinguished on the basis of ownership, motive and solution to central problems. Let's discuss the capitalist economy. Means of production are owned and managed by private people. The ownership of means of production in capitalist economy are in the hands of private individual, whereas in socialist economy, means of production are owned by the government. Whereas in mixed economy, means of production are owned by government as well as private individuals. These are the differences between capitalist, socialist and mixed economy. As far as motive is concerned, the difference between the three is that economic activities are guided by self-interest and profit motive in capitalist economy, whereas in socialist economy, economic activities are guided by the motive of social welfare, while in mixed economy, economic activities of enterprise are guided by both social motive and profit. The solution of the central problem. What are the differences in the solution of central problem in all the three types of economy? All the central problems are solved with the help of price mechanism in capitalist economy and by economic planning in socialist economy and by price mechanism and economic planning both ways in mixed economy. So these are the differences in the differences between capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy. We have discussed the differences on the basis of ownership, motive and solution of central problem. Now let's discuss the differences between the two on the basis of nature of ownership, competition, distribution of income and economic fluctuation. There is complete economic freedom. Individuals have freedom to enterprise. People are free to start any type of business of their own choice in capitalist form of economy. On the other hand, in socialist form of economy, the nature of occupation, people are not allowed to start their own business. There is no private enterprise. Government is the only producer. Whereas in mixed economy, the nature of occupation is limited sovereignty. Whereas if we consider the difference between the three types of economy on the basis of competition, there is free competition in all the fields of production in capitalist economy. Whereas in socialist economy, government is the only producer, it avoids all sorts of competition. On the other hand, in mixed economy, there is low degree of competition. As far as distribution of income is concerned, there is existence of large inequalities of income in capitalist economy. On the other hand, in socialist economy, inequalities of income are relatively very small. As far as mixed economy is concerned, income inequalities are there, but national income is not highly unequal. And the last point of the differences between the capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy is economic fluctuation. So in capitalistic economy, economic fluctuation are widely seen. In socialistic economy, the economic fluctuation have no place, and in the mixed economy, economic fluctuation are found to some extent. So this way, the differences between capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy I have explained. With this, the video is over, and I think you are safe and secure. Till then, take care and stay safe. Bye.